Thanks for tuning in to watch The Ordinary Filmmaker. It's Sunday, November the 7th, 2021. Last month, I reported August CIPA numbers showing worldwide camera sales for all interchangeable lens cameras. That's DSLRs and mirrorless. Sales for August of 2020 were just a little bit higher by some 13,000 units. And in that video, I predicted that the rest of 2021 wasn't going to look nearly as rosy. You see, back in 2020, we had some major camera announcements. People from Canon or customers of Canon were so excited waiting for the Canon R5 because most of the Canon cameras since the 5D Mark IV and even the 5D Mark IV didn't receive a lot of critical acclaim. So people were really anticipating something very good, and the R5, especially for photographers, certainly met that mark. And for videographers like myself, wow, quite impressed despite the overheat. Now on the Sony side, we had the much anticipated Sony a7S III, a camera that was 5 years in the making. And both of these cameras hit. One, I should say August. The R5 was was released right at the end of July, whereas the a7S III was released later in August. So we didn't really get much of an uptick in August. But in October and September, those numbers, or September and October, those numbers really took off. Now let's take a look at the numbers for this September. As I predicted, September disappoints because we haven't had anything significant, anything that was truly anticipated, like, well, anything come to the market. I know what you're thinking. Simon, we just had the announcement of the Sony a7 IV. Yes, we did. And the R3. Yes, we did. And the Nikon Z9, you say. Yes, we did. But these have all been announcements. Can you buy them right now? No, you can pre-order them, but you can't buy them right now. And this is about shipped units. CIPA is all about shipped units. So nothing's been shipped. We don't have anything really accounting for this minor uptick in September, except for one thing. The big time for camera sales are usually right around May, March, April, and of course in September and October. It's that back to school crowd. People start buying things, or going to school. For whatever reason, they decide they want to buy cameras this time of year. So we do have a minor uptick. And I think going into October, sales won't decrease, they'll go up a little bit. And here's my actual predictions for the rest of the year. So in my chart here, I see an uptick for October and an ever so slight uptick in November. But in December, I'm predicting a bit more of an uptick, and that's due to several reasons. Leftovers from Black Friday, I believe we will have some camera announcements in time. Canon has already stated that the Canon R3 is going to be shipping in November, so that will definitely help December sales. It's also Christmas time, last minute shopping, and all that sort of thing. I know it's a little bit weak, but allow me to interject a little bit of optimism here in December. But when are we getting the Sony a7 IV? When are we getting the Nikon Z9? When are these shipping? Because that'll really help determine what December looks like, or even November. Are you ready? I've got the numbers. So again, we know that the R3 is going to start shipping November the 26th. That will help a little bit in November, and it'll definitely help December. But I'm shaking my head here. I'm holding my head down low. The Nikon Z9, that much anticipated camera from Nikon, their new mirrorless flagship camera. December the 15th. We're going to have to wait until December the 15th before that starts shipping. Now, this is according to B&H. If you go to their site, look at the pre-order, they'll say right there, expected to start shipping December the 15th. And what about the Sony a7 IV? November? No. This one's even worse. We're talking about Thursday, December the 30th. I mean, that's right after Christmas. I mean, at this point, if December is going to be a wash for Sony in terms of new cameras, and if you like the a7 III, or if you're thinking of buying a Sony, why would you buy the a7 III right now? Unless, of course, you really like the a7 III and you're looking for a discount. Well, I don't see them really deeply discounting the a7 III until, well, we have the a7 IV. So, sadly, it looks like the rest of the year isn't going to look that good. Now, I want to bring up the CIPA numbers again for September, but what I want you to look at here is the difference between this year and last year. Now, last year we had some major shocks right at the beginning of the year. So February, March, and April were pretty well down across the board. People weren't working, things weren't getting done. But then things started to pick up. We had those announcements. Well, this year we still have the hangover to all those shocks to the supply system. All verticals, all horizontals are feeling the effects of resource constraints throughout the shipping channels. Well, through all shipping, whether you're putting it on a boat, whether you're putting it on an airplane, no matter how you're trying to get your stuff to market, there's so many different constraints that you're having to deal with. So 2021 might still be better than 2020 if my optimistic predictions of the rest of the year hold out, but they may not. Remember, this is just a prediction. This is based on the data that I've got to this point. We could see sales slump off a little bit. I don't think so. Either way, 2021 is not that much better than 2020. The halt in camera sales, which started back around 2013, haven't really abated in any way whatsoever. And if you look at this chart once again, take a look at the numbers for 2019. It's a definite down over 2019. And I think we're predicting somewhere around 6.8, 6.9 million units for the year. That's incredible. That's an incredibly low number. But one other thing too, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Your likes and subscribes are like a virtual pat on the back, but honestly, they really do help this channel grow. And here we are today, some 60, 70, or 80 subscribers away from 24,000. I really do appreciate all of you who have subscribed, and thank you very much. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.